Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to replace this old crusty radiator on the 2002 Mazda Miata with this nice fresh aluminum radiator. Now this is old and crusty like I said, and the plastic ended up cracking from here to here, and I tried to fix it with JB Weld while I was on the Tail of the Dragon up in the Carolinas. It did not work. As you can see, it's still leaking, and we were replacing it with this aluminum replacement. Gets rid of all this cheap plastic that's prone to cracking, and this should last a very long time. And it just looks so much better. The mounting points is all aluminum. The best part is that this is actually an affordable radiator. First, let's go ahead and check to make sure that it is for the Miata. And the pins all look pretty good. Fan mounts to the radiator all match up the new radiator. So with no further ado, we need to jack up the car. Now, to jack up a Miata, you need a jack stand. You don't need this puck, but I'm using this puck. But you need a low profile jack stand, and you want to go through this between the bumper and the wheel and tie in there. And I jack it up on that cross member right there, and you chock the wheels. Then we need to grab a jack stand with a pinch weld attachment so you don't smash these pinch welds, and put it right on the reinforced pinch weld. That's what it looks like underneath. Right there. And lower the car. The cars that are jacked up on the pinch welds look good to me. Give a good shake down, make sure it doesn't fall, because you're going to be underneath there in a second. Because the next thing we need to do is remove the coolant from the radiator. And to do that, we do need to get underneath the car. And Mazda makes this pretty easy. All you need to do is remove this Phillips here and open up this little flappy, kind of like the flap on a onesie. And while we're at it, we're also going to replace the thermostat, because why not do some cheap preventative maintenance while we're at it. So grab your Phillips and just undo this bolt. Just like that, our onesie flap is now open, and we have access to this coolant hose, which is how we're going to empty the radiator. Put this back so you don't lose it. So go ahead and grab a Tupperware that's going to catch out the coolant. Grab some pliers, and we need to go ahead and undo this hose. That might be a little bit harder for you, because I just kind of done this. So if it's hard, go ahead and twist this with your hand until it breaks loose and pull it out like we're about to do. Make sure you're catching all the fluid, as you don't want to make a huge mess. And just like that, I made a huge mess. Next up, we need to go ahead and remove these hoses. This one's pretty dang easy. You just slide out, tuck it in over there, grab your pliers. Let's go ahead and remove this, and it should slide right off. There shouldn't be any fluid in here because it drained on the bottom of the radiator. Let's tuck this out of the way for right now. There is liquid in it. To gain extra room, let's go ahead and grab your deck. We're going to move this air intake. Yours might not be here. I think stock might be right inside of here. Either way, for me, I need to remove this cold air intake. Now let's tuck that sucker out of the way so we now have more access. And you know, we are going to get to this at one point. Unplug the fans. You need to pull that tab up. Now grab your impact with a 14mm. Now this should pull straight out. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and tackle the thermostat since everything's out of the way. Grab a 12mm and break loose these nuts. This one on the bottom as well. There you go. Now we have the new gasket and the new thermostat that we need to replace it with. If you feel confident enough to use a metal razor blade, you can go ahead and use that to remove this old gasket, as it is going to chip away. If you don't, use a plastic scraper, because you do not want to gouge this aluminum. Most of it off, I'm now going to pull out the thermostat. They look to be just about the same size. This spring is pretty dang hard, and the old spring, pretty bouncy. I don't think I should be able to do that. Just gonna clean the rest of this off before and after. I did have to sand it. I used a rotary tool. You can use sandpaper instead. Very lightly, did not gouge it. To make this job a little bit easier, I'm also gonna sand it here. Have it plugged into my little portable battery box, which I have linked down below if you wanna check this out. Let's grab the gasket. And the thermostat. The thermostat, see this hole here? That's the breather hole. It helps bleed this whole engine. So go ahead and make sure that this hole right here is facing upwards, because heat and air rises. There you go. Now we need to torque this. I'm torquing this down to 16 foot-pounds. So not only is this radiator an all aluminum radiator, see how much thicker this guy is? Crazy. All right, don't forget to transfer over all of these on both top and bottom, put on that new radiator. Make sure you add these on the bottom of the radiator as well. Now let's install these. Put the hose back on. Do the hose on the bottom as well. Plug in the fans. A plug here. Install the cold air intake if you have one. Radiator is in. Now, the last thing we need to do, just hose on through and top off the radiator and bleed the whole system. Now, my car is already jacked up. So this is the highest part on the Miata. So the Miata takes 1.6 gallons of liquid. As the modern interior is fully topped off. I actually forgot it's gonna take a little bit more liquid than 1.6 gallons because this is a big boy radiator. Now to bleed the cooling system, we need to go ahead and turn over the car. Make sure we are in neutral. And turn the heat on all the way. We need to wait until this car gets to temperature where this is straight all the way up. Let's make sure it's not leaking. We are looking good underneath. There's no liquid dropping down. Bubbles all the way through. It's gonna take a while. It's looking fine. Now we need to just wait until the car gets to temperature, because that is when the thermostat will open. It is normal for water to leak out from here because there's a lot of back pressure, so it's gonna be wet. But we're getting close to temperature. However, the heat is still cold, so we know that the fluid has not gone fully through the system. Keep topping off the fluid as fast as it is needed. Bubbles, that's a good thing. No leaks outside of overfilling it. Temperature is looking good. And the heat is coming in. Wait until the heat gets hot. And you can give it a few revs to help pull through the liquid, but the air is hot. All we need to do is finish topping off this and we'll be good to go. Cap on, this is gonna be kind of hot. And just like that, you have bled the cooling system in your Mazda Miata. We got hot air to temperature, and now we can shut off the car. And the link to the radiator will be linked down below for your convenience. So good luck doing it at home.